Community Art Collaborative has completed another installation of their inaugural program, In This Together, a community-created collaborative public art project. The local scene was there.
Oh my goodness, we're in the town of Plymouth, Massachusetts. We're at the headquarters of the administration building on Lincoln Road, and today is our big unveiling of a huge dream come true. And it started with a conversation, and now we have over 1,000 works of art in one art installation. And what better place to have it housed right here, where everyone in the town at one point or another has to come through here.
I think what's important is to backtrack a little bit. And so when we were talking about what In This Together was going to look like and kind of McLeana and Jen's vision, the first word that came to our minds was, inclusivity and making sure that everybody was represented.
And it was a pretty in-depth process to create all of this, and mostly it was involved with love and concern for what we'd all collectively been through and how we were expressing that experience.
I got involved in the installation through my art teacher, Miss Lauren Jazerski. I was a part of the art program at Plymouth North High School in my junior year. She said, hey, would you like to do something over the summer? And I said, let's do it. I'm so excited.
What we did was provided the students with honeycombs. They were prompting questions on the back related to how they were dealing with the pandemic and what they missed and how it affected them.
What really hit home is when somebody shared with me, their daughter is a senior in high school right now. Her last regular, normal school year was her freshman year. I mean, look at the development that happens between your freshman year and your senior year. So it was really important to have something dedicated just to students and teachers so that they could process. We know that art is healing. We know that art brings people together. And what better way than to have a collaborative piece where it's kind of the sum of all the pieces when you look at it. I'm not just saying the school piece, but the hospital piece and Perseverance that was at Hedge House. But each artist, no matter how old, could go up and point to what their contribution was, and take ownership of that, and hopefully some healing.
I wanted to get involved with this project because I'm somebody who takes any opportunity they can to express myself with art. And when it came to COVID-19 and everything I've been through and how I've changed, I just saw it as the perfect opportunity to do that while being involved with my school community and my town, all in one.
Personally, I wanted to get involved in this project because I think it means a lot to the community and myself. Being able to kind of help the community heal after such an unprecedented time, which I'm sure everyone's sick of hearing, but it really was difficult for everyone. And just being able to contribute what I was feeling through art, which helped myself heal and I think also helped the community heal as well.
The collaboration is the great part, right? It's working with different partners. It's working with Community Arts Collaborative. It's working with all of the art teachers, the art students, the administration at each building. It's working with the Plymouth Bay Cultural District. It's working with the town of Plymouth, and Robin Carver needs a big shout out because she was a big part of this as well. All those pieces going together, and it can be hard sometimes, right? It can be really difficult to put all the pieces together and get all the yeses and funding, and the community will benefit from seeing it as well and seeing the reaction and the outpouring of thought and beliefs from the student artists.
The response has been overwhelmingly positive. People feel invested. This is an opportunity where you see public art that someone in your town or your family has helped to create. So there's a real personal investment. They're very excited to go through and see these installations and point out, my child did this, or my daughter did this, or my aunt or uncle participated. Again, it's an opportunity for people in the community to come back together and look at, this is how community works together.
And I hope for people who might not have had an artistic, contribution, they can look at it and feel, right? And they can look at all the individual parts and just maybe bring some healing, some processing, and maybe that'll inspire them to go home and do the same, because when words fail, art takes over.
All the things that we need to do to be a healthy community moving forward. So we get a lot of, yes, we should do that. In fact, we've had people approach us and say, hey, how do we get involved? What can we do one? And we're happy to say now we have a whole process and plan around how people can do this.
People can get involved by going to our social media, Facebook, Instagram, and our website at communityartcollaborative.org.
You know, a big part of this is about being accessible. So one thing that we have work to do on is, ensuring that all our social media posts are accessible. We're also looking for an interpreter, an ASL interpreter, and we are working on ensuring that this will also include Braille. So this truly is an inclusive process, and so you can help us write grants, you can do social media with us, you can also do art. We will be getting together and figuring out what the next set of projects are. We have a number of them with the library and the Herring-Pond Wampanoag that are coming up.
We're all invested in belonging right now, and especially when we've been so isolated for so long. You don't have to be an artist to feel like you're contributing and that you belong to something. And even if you're a patron, that is participation, right? Because you're taking in what the artist intended and maybe putting your own spin on it and its interpretation. Art is the glue that keeps us together. And again, it's not just visual arts. It can be dance, it can be theater, it can be comedy, whatever it is, but it brings us together. I mean, in this together, isn't that perfect? We knew coming out of COVID that the arts were going to be the leading economic driver. It's what people were yearning for. People are going to want to be in a theater together. They're going to want to hear music together. They're going to want to go to a show. And I think we're seeing it. It's happening.
To get involved, support, or create with CAC, visit communityartcollaborative.org.
Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please hit the like and subscribe button before you go. We'll see you next time.